So maybe you're feeling hurt, or you're feeling sad, or you're feeling angry, or you're feeling confused, or you're feeling upset, or you're feeling anxious, or you're feeling overwhelmed, and you don't know what to do. You don't know what the solution is, and you feel stuck. You don't know how you're going to get through it, or maybe it feels like you don't know if you're going to get through whatever it is you are going through or feeling or experiencing right now. If this is where you're at, I want to teach you a really simple but really effective little thought to think that is going to help it not feel so bad. It's going to help you not feel so stuck. It's going to help remind you that this isn't where the story ends, that there is something else. And I'm going to teach it to you in just a second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to our incredible little corner on the internet. Take a second, introduce yourself in the comment section below. If you're back again, it is always good to have you. Thanks for joining me. You can subscribe to the channel, like the video if you get something out of it. That would be amazing. And either way, my name is Kristina, and I'm a registered clinical therapist, a researcher, a coach, a speaker, and the creator of my membership community, the Shift Society, where I'm teaching you how to make intentional, powerful, and lasting changes to the way you think and feel and show up every single day. You can get information about the Shift Society in the description below. I help heart-centered humans break through the crap that is holding them back so that they can like themselves and their lives more every day. So you're feeling a lot of feelings. You feel like you might even shut down or explode at any minute. Maybe it feels like your emotions are right up at the surface because you don't know what to do. You can't see your way through. You don't know how this ends, or if it is going to come to an end, or if it's going to get solved, if it's going to get better. And so I want to offer you this thought that when you insert it into your brain, it's going to make whatever it is that you're in right now feel not quite so overwhelming. Because our brains have this habit of whatever we're feeling in that current moment, we think that that is going to be the thing that we are always going to feel, that it's never going to get better, that we are never going to have relief from it. And it makes me think about kind of the opposite, but the same kind of thing with me and my relationship with the rain in Vancouver. So I live in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and this part of the world is known for having a lot of rain. It rains a lot of the fall and the winter and the spring, and even, well, not quite as much in the summer, but it rains a lot here. And I have lived here almost my entire life, and I still have this mindset that if I leave the house and it's not raining, even if it's full cloud cover and it's not currently raining, it is not going to rain. It's just going to be the way that it is for the rest of the day, cloudy, no rain. And then inevitably, within 15 minutes of leaving my house, it starts to rain, and I'm not wearing a rain jacket. I don't have an umbrella because it wasn't raining when I started, so it's not going to rain. And the opposite but kind of similar thing often happens in our brains, that we think like this is the way it is right now in this moment. This is the way it's always going to be, and it's never going to change. And I'm always going to feel this way. I'm always going to feel sad or bad or hurt or confused or anxious or overwhelmed or down or depleted or discouraged or hopeless. And we think because this is how I am feeling now, this is how I am always going to feel. But if you take a second and look back to other periods in your life where you thought that whatever you were feeling in that moment was going to be how you were always going to feel, and then you didn't. You felt better. You felt some relief. You figured it out. You came to the solution. You got through it. Something changed in your brain. Something changed in your life. Something resolved. Something got better. And it didn't stay that way forever. But it's interesting how in the present moment, if you're in it, your brain is having a hard time seeing that. Trusting that you got to okay before, you will get to okay again. But a really powerful little intentional thought to think that's going to help you a lot in that process is simply the sentence, "This is the part before the and then. So if you look at your life as a series of stories, and it's not that hard to think about your life as a series of stories, because think about the last story you told to your friend or family member about something that happened to you, something that happened at the grocery store, something that happened at your kid's school, something that happened with your parent, something that happened with your grown child, something that happened with a neighbor, and you were recounting a story of something that happened. And our whole lives are just stories of things that happen. Good things, bad things, neutral things, hard things, easy things, challenging things. All of it are just stories of our life. And all of these individual stories make up our lives. So if you can see whatever you are in right now as the part of the story before the and then. In everything that you have been through so far, there has been the thing that you were struggling with, the thing that you were finding difficult, the pain that you were in, the anxiety that was overwhelming you, the hopelessness that you felt, and then you figured it out. It got better. You came to a solution. You took the step. You made the change. You got the advice. You took the advice. You implemented the advice. You learned the tools. You processed the emotion. You came to peace and understanding. You got the result. You were feeling this way. You were struggling with this. You were going through it. And then, don't forget about the and then. So thinking about whatever it is that you're going through right now from the perspective of your future self. So channeling that future self and listening to what they are saying about what you are going through now. So that future self could be saying, I was in this really hard period in my life. I felt confused. I felt hurt. I felt scared. I felt uncertain. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how it was going to work out. I didn't know if it was going to work out. I didn't know if it was going to get better. And then I did this. I realized this. I took this step. I had this conversation. I came to this understanding. I shifted this in my brain. And I figured it out. It got better. I made it through. I came to that solution. The and then. Where you're at right now is just the part before the and then. You're going to get through this. You're going to figure this out. It is going to become more clear. That solution is going to be available. We're not exactly sure what it is, what it's going to look like, what the exact timeline is, but we know that this is the part before the and then. Just like every other experience that you've had in your life that you figured out, that you got through, that you understood differently, that you navigated around, that you made peace with, was the part before the and then. You're in it right now, but this isn't it. If you're struggling with a lot of big feelings and it's feeling overwhelming and you don't know how to process them or what to do with them, and you don't want to numb, avoid, or repress because you know that that isn't serving you so well, then make sure you grab my Sensitive Person's Guide to Handling Big Feelings. It is a workshop on specifically skills to process an emotion using both your brain and your body. And there's a bunch of other effective little handy resources in there. You can get all the information about it and look at those bonus resources because those are worth it in and of themselves. Plus you get the full workshop as well. So Sensitive Person's Guide to Handling Big Feelings. That link is in the description below. And now I want to hear from you in the comment section below. I want you to channel your future self and to look back on where you're at now. And I want you to, if you feel comfortable, share that with us. This is the part where I was going through this, that I was feeling this, that I was struggling with this, that I felt overwhelmed by this, that I couldn't figure this out, that I was uncertain about this, and then what? Finish that sentence for us. Grab the Sensitive Person's Guide to Handling Big Feelings. Share your sentence with us in the comment section below if you feel comfortable. And as always, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of those around you. Bye for now.